Okay, folks, we are in the town of Comanche. I am up here tonight because my grandson, I got two grandsons, play football, and they actually have a game up here tonight, so we're up here for that. But we figure we're here a little bit early, about an hour and a half early actually, so we're gonna check out some of the sights. I am at the town square right now, as you can see behind me here, and this building here behind me is the courthouse. And we've got a log cabin in front of us, right there. And we're going to check out all these historical signs up here. Okay. There has something to do with calaboose and rock with irons. Robert Thomas Hill. And y'all let y'all read these things. Y'all can pause it. General Asbel Smith, 1805-1886. Fleming Oak camped here in 1854 with his father, young Martin V. Fleming. Hid behind this tree and saved himself when hostile Indians rode through the grove. Years later, paving contractors started to cut the oak, but were stopped by Uncle Mart with his gun. Ah, okay, so. And this fence here was forged by a local blacksmith. And there's the rock. So there's calaboose rock with irons, and there's the rock right there. Raid in Comanche, right here. One of the boldest depredations in Texas history, made in May 1861 during the bright moon. A braying mule wakened town after nearly all horses were stolen. Citizens spent the rest of the night molding bullets. Pursuit began at dawn under command of Captain James Cunningham, assisted by 17 boys and men using hounds. Posse finally caught Indians on Browns Creek, about 36 miles southwest, killing 19 in close fighting. White men's only casualty was a slight wound given to Captain Cunningham. Relentless pursuit of Indian raiders was key to a town's survival on the frontier. And a Bicentennial Park right there. And here we have Old Courthouse. Soon after the creation of Comanche County in 1856, the town of Cora, 10 miles southeast, was platted to serve as the county seat. The courthouse in Cora, typically of many early Texas courthouses, was a 12-foot 7-inch by 12-foot 10-inch one-room squared log structure. It served the county until the seat of government was moved to Comanche in 1859. A lot of traffic behind me, folks. The old courthouse was incorporated into a house built about 1880 and has been moved several times. Over the years, it stands as a reminder of the now extinct town of Cora and of early Texas courthouse architecture. And there it is right there, folks. And you can actually, if you want to, go across the street. They have a talking kiosk over there. I'm not sure where, but it is across the street. And Comanche Mercantile right there. Soda shop. Courthouse Square Mall. Sorry about all the noise. This is a major highway right here. That looks like an old bank building right there, but I don't see any markings on it. Here's the other street. This is as typical with a lot of old Texas towns. The courthouse, which is right there, is in the center of town. You got 4 streets going around it. There's a horse and an old wagon wheel. And let's see what this sign says. American Quarter Horse Historical Marking. Royal King. Okay. There he is right there. American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame. Hey, I guess that's a bronze statue of him. There's that old building we was just at. Some bronze longhorns over there. This is, I believe, too far off to be on the Chisholm Trail, but I could be wrong. Got a beer garden right over there. Texas Longhorn. It tells you about their horns on there. Yeah, you got the Stone Eagle Beer Garden right there. And Rathbone Hall. John Wesley Hardin. Preacher Hardin family in Comanche. Hardin family first arrived in Comanche, Texas in 1872 when John Wesley's father, preacher James Gibson Hardin, moved his family here from Mount Calm, Texas. By this time, John Wesley's brother Joe G and sister Lizzie had already married. John's other siblings, Matt, Jeff, and Nan, were still living at home. Preacher Hardin was to be a trustee of the Masonic Academy. He homesteaded 160 acres, dug a well, and built a home some 2 miles northwest of this location. After John Wesley's murder of Deputy Webb on May 26, 1874, Wes and Jim Taylor went to the Hardin home. Wes's mother prepared his 21st birthday dinner and dressed his wounds from the shootout with Webb. Sheriff John Carnes came, made no arrests, and told them a mob was coming, so Wes and Taylor left for Round Mountain, some 5 miles west. After 2 days, they returned and found the mob still there, so they left for Austin, Texas. When Wes heard that Joe G and cousins had been taken from jail and hung, he returned to his father's house to visit Joe G's grave by the house and left. On June 24th, 1874, Preacher Hardin sold out and the family left Comanche. Okay, there's John Wesley. Joe G. Hardin and cousins. I'll let y'all read this one. Oh. And we have something on the corner down there, so I'll bring you back when we get there. Okay, here you can see we have a buffalo and an Indian. And let's see what the signs have to say about them. That tells you about the Comanche Indians. there's one all dressed up. Of course, then you got the buffalo. Yeah. Folks, it's hot out here. I'm going back to the truck, which is clear around the other side over here. I'll bring y'all back later. And here, folks, we have the Confederate veterans. Not for fame or reward, not for place or rank, not lured by ambition or goaded by necessity, but in simple obedience to duty as they understood it. For 4 weary years, these brave men suffered all, sacrificed all, dared all, and facing death carried the banners of the Confederacy. These soldiers offered their lives on the altar of their country's liberty. Dedicated by the Sons of Confederate Veterans, 2nd Texas Frontier District, Camp 1904, and patriotic citizens who generously contributed. 1861, 1865. This is the Peace Officers Memorial here. Comanche County officers. Maston Reynolds, Green, Deputy Sheriff Joe Martin, Deputy Sheriff William Warfield Roberts, Chief Deputy Sheriff David Jones, Lieutenant Robert Dwayne Haley, and Sergeant William Carl Kesey. Anything on the other side? I don't think so, but we'll look. No, nothing on the other side. All right, one more memorial here. This one is dedicated to all veterans served honorably in the armed forces of the United States of America. Then they have the 5 seals there, because when this was put up, there was only 5. We didn't have the Space Force, so. And the one in the center right there is the United States Coast Guard. So, there you have it. Now, folks, I hope you enjoyed that little walk around the town square here in Comanche. But now I got to go find the football field. So, y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe and say a prayer for those that need it.